How's it going, everybody? It's Wellshiiiii. I'm here with the world record breaking speedrun of pieces that I did earlier today. In the video I did, I wasn't able to get the splits on the same screen as the video, so I'm going to be doing live splits as I'm talking here, commentary a little bit. But I hope you guys enjoy it. So, here we go, the first puzzle. Obviously, the point of this game is to get the pieces on the puzzle board faster than your opponent. I feel like that shouldn't have been said, but whatever. So you have 7 power-ups. They range from that spotlight, which is the weakest, to help there, which is the strongest, but the last one, help, fluctuates between that help, that puzzle piece helper, and a broom. And the broom sweeps away every other piece on the board. So if you do that towards the end of a run, it's essentially a run killer if it's done on you, but you can save yourself a lot of time if you're playing against somebody else. If you look and see the orange one there, it's drain. That is also a run killer in this game. If you get drained, it takes away every one of those power-ups that you have, and you have to start over. And to follow the pattern to get a good time, you have to have help after the first puzzle and after the second puzzle. So if you get drained, you basically cannot have help after the first or second puzzle, and it's a ruined run. So the first opponent is obviously not very hard. He didn't do much. They usually don't start using their power-ups until maybe, well, the power-ups that affect you until maybe Revengeful Ryoko. But Geeky Gilbert has many times used a drain on me that ended my run. And it's unfortunate because you never really see it coming. And that's something that the other guys that ran this game mentioned too. I'll probably quote them a few times because they did say a lot of truth about this game. They mentioned that you can't really skip anything in this game, and that's very true. You can't. It's all about, you know, how well you move. Your movement is essential to getting a good time, and then, you know, your accuracy. You have to place your pieces, and because I always say when I'm running that taking a second to make sure the piece is in the right spot is a lot better than missing the piece, especially on the bottom row. But since I was right there, I was able to actually get the help back before the help was gone, and so that saved me some time. So I started this puzzle out with 2 missed pieces, and so they kind of counteracted each other, and so that's why little things like that are very important. Because the ultimate killer, aside from being broomed or drained in this game, is missing pieces. But so here you might see, you know, occasionally in a run, Geeky Gilbert do something that ruins your whole run. But what's funny is when I started running this game, because I started getting interested in speedrunning, and I thought about pieces, and so I looked it up and whatnot, and I watched the guys who were running its videos, and I was like, man, there's no way they're using a controller. I was like, they're flying. Like, they have to be using a mouse. And so I started running this game with a mouse, and I actually got a good time of 14 minutes and 27 seconds. And then my brother, you know, he pointed out, he was like, man, I don't think they're using a mouse. And, you know, and I watched it again a little bit more closely, and yeah, they definitely weren't using a mouse. But, you know, so I transitioned to the controller and whatnot, and I was like, there's just no way, I was moving so slow. And then he told me about the turbo button, the speed boost button, whatever it is called, I don't know, by holding Y. And so all of a sudden my character was moving, you know, much faster, and it was the same speed as theirs on their videos, and I said, okay, now I get it. So I transitioned to the controller, and it took a few days, but because I realistically only started playing this game just a few weeks ago again, like seriously. I never really was very serious about it when I played it as a kid. I didn't know about speedrunning and stuff like that, but it's a really fun game to play. It's kind of relaxing in a way. But so obviously Gilbert didn't get to do his drain on me there, but you'll be able to see you'll be able to see Ryoko kind of start using the power-ups more that affect me. So I mean, as you can see, it's just grab the piece, place the piece, go, go, go. It's all go, go, go. You know, you have to constantly. You got to get in a rhythm. You have to get in a rhythm. And sometimes you get kind of lost in your pieces, and they all start to look the same. Like you think something could go there. It looks like it could go there, but it doesn't. Ruins things. So this puzzle right here. Pieces will actually tend to fluctuate, and it's kind of it took me a long time to notice this. Weirdly enough, I mean, as much as I stare at the pieces, but sometimes this puzzle will have an orange guy with that piece that was just placed at the bottom. There will be an orange guy standing there, but sometimes there's not. Kind of an interesting little side bit there. It just took me a while to notice. There's some puzzles that I'm better at than others. I'm not too bad at this puzzle. I've had some very bad whale puzzles. Some run killing whale puzzles. Also the building, the white building. I'll show you when it comes up. So here's whale. Fun whale. Terrible. I would get whale on Sea Queen, who I have appropriately labeled asshole, because she just would drain me every single solitary run for the longest time. But I would get whale on Sea Queen, and it would just be I would just bomb it. I would be having a great run. So those two pieces in particular that I just missed were the two that I would always miss. And then that, dragging the bottom beach down and leaving it one short. See, I haven't showed you, look how close they are together. Fortunately, I was able to use help there before Tink could even get to her drain. But just like that, you know, if she were to drain me there, I mean, it would have been over. She was able to use this on me, which reverses all my controls. I mean, you can see the effect that it had early, but I mean, even still, you know, sometimes I do better in that situation than others, but yeah, I do that often. It's unfortunate. So there's another sigh of relief right there, though. When they use that on me, I know that they just wasted it, really, because the thing only lasts a few seconds, and it might mess me up on a piece or so sometimes, but like she just did, I was in the middle of my countdown, so it didn't have any use in it, and it took her whole power-up bar away, so now it's just a matter of finishing the puzzle. Sorry, I was 0.2 of a second ahead on that split. I'll make up for it on this next one. But here's asshole. I could never get past Sea Queen. It took me so long to get past Sea Queen. And really it was just a matter of getting better at movement. I had to get done with this puzzle before she got done with hers, before she could get that power up. I had to get it done. Because if she got the power up before I was done, it was over. There's nothing I could do. This is another one of those puzzles that has fluctuating pieces. I'm not sure if they all do, and maybe I just haven't noticed them all. That would be pretty sad, but I noticed it on this one. So look, she has a drain there. Bam! I just saved that run with that help, and it was early, but I saw that she had that drain, and so if I wouldn't have done that, that would have been a run killer. So instead of having 0 health and having to regain my power up, I have him here now helping me. And as you can see, I mean, the goal here after that is just to try and get him back before he's gone. That's what I would always tell myself. And so fortunately, I was able to save that. Even though I had to use that help early, I was able to do well enough on piece placement to be able to get him back like I want to before the third puzzle. From here, it's just a matter of piece placement. This was another one of those puzzles that I was never good at, and then I started to get better. Oops, I'm supposed to say 210. Sorry, and I got better. I know the nerves start kicking in once I get past B Queen. Flower is one of those ones for me where I feel like it seems like the puzzle flips back and forth, and it doesn't. But man, I swear it seems like it does when I'm playing it. I'm like, wait a minute, I swear I remember putting this white piece on the right side, but it never does. I'm always just losing it. See, but right there, that's a huge sigh of relief. Him using that mute or that pause right there, that slowdown, because now I know that he can't drain me or burn me or anything like that. He used the pause on me, so that's a huge sigh of relief, especially coming at Jean-Luc. Japal. I thought a second to last boss needed a cooler name, so I just gave him a cool sounding Jean-Luc. But as you see, I'm flying. I mean, that's really the key. Unfortunately, they left me one bar short of the full meter there, but still, one piece down, and I'm ready to go with help on the third puzzle. So this is the time saver here. So I mean, see, he has a drain. Doesn't really matter at this point. What matters is the broom. You have to hope that he doesn't get the broom, and see, he used that on me, which, you know, it affected me. You can see I missed a few, but so I gained one of those back, so I'm ahead 0.1 right now. But I mean, considering it would have been a run killer if I'd have got broom, but and I guess I'm well enough ahead, but still, it's just never fun to get broom to drain. It sucks. It really, especially after a good run, it really sucks. It can add up, especially if you miss a few pieces, puzzle pieces after getting broom. Or drained. My allergies are flaring up. So we're on the last guy, and one thing about this guy is you want to set up early, because there's a chance he's going to get his power up very fast too. And so he got the auto instead of the drain right here, which enabled me to wait the full timeout to get the help in. But if he would have got a drain, I would have had to done the same thing here as I did at C Queen, and I would have had to use it early. Sometimes it doesn't work out, and I'm caught in the middle of waiting for one more piece or something like that, and he's got it and drains me. I mean, so, I mean, there he has the drain. He could drain me right now. He could drain me and just ruin me, and I'm lucky that he's not. That's all there is to it. I am very lucky, and I gotta help him. And so, what could have just cost me 20 seconds, you know, didn't happen. And in many runs, that happens. And that's the difference in this run versus other runs. That movement. So, here we go, flying towards the finish. As you can see, I accidentally stopped a little early. My actual time was 14 minutes, 2 seconds, .66. So I was a little, just a teensy bit early. But there it is, and hope you guys enjoyed the run. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment. Thanks a lot for your time, guys.